Hi everybody, welcome to Jimmy's Neighborhood Bees. I'm Jimmy, keeping bees in a regular neighborhood, so welcome to the neighborhood. Anyway, I'm going to start with today's fortune, and then I'm going to tell you what today's video is about. Yeah, I'm going to dive into that. Let's see, today's fortune. You are not afraid of storms, for you are learning to sail your ship. You are not afraid of storms, for you are learning to sail your ship. In other words, it's okay to make mistakes. We all do. Just learn from the mistakes. So, you know, in every venture, you know, it's always a little bit of turbulence or whatever. So just, you know, learn from that and move on. So anyway, that's what I'm going to say to me. You let it mean to you what you want it to mean. But that's today's fortune. All right, today is eclipse day, right? But so by the time you see this, the eclipse done happened already. I will not be here for a month. I'm going to be leaving the bees today. So the one thing I have left to do to prepare for that is to add another super on top of the hive. As you know, I had to euthanize one of the hives, the farmhouse, and I did not populate it. And I did that on purpose, or repopulate it. I did that on purpose because I knew that I was going to be gone away from the apiary for a month. So with that, I had just the one colony left here on site because we wintered out too, and the farmhouse was just super hot. Anyway, so if you haven't seen that, you can go back and check that one out up here. Anyway, but what I'm going to do now is add a super. Now the colony that's out there now, they're on my XL frames. There's 10 XL frames. And if you're not familiar, I make extra large frames. And in comparison, this is a deep frame, and here's my XL frames side by side. So it's basically a deep and a medium combined into one. Almost like a Layens, but wide as a Langstroth. You know, Layens are a little bit narrower. But anyway, okay, that didn't work. So I have 10 of these frames inside there. Also, on that hive right now, there is a medium super. I believe it's a medium super. Because that was full of honey over the winter. I said weekend. Over the winter, it was full of honey, so I left it on for them. I don't know if they made their way all the way through it or not, but it's spring. It's April, like I said, April 8th. And since I'm going to be leaving them for a month, I'm going to put another super, a deep. I'm trying to switch to all deeps. I wanted to get rid of the medium boxes in my apiary. So I want to do all deep for my honey supers and all XL for my brood frames. So that's what I'm working towards. I'm modifying some boxes in the background right now. You can't see them. They'll be modified and put back together when I return. But anyway, so as I said, I'm going to super this hive out here today. But since I'm not normal, I'm not going to super it normal. I'm going to be using a flow hybrid box. Maybe not that one. Anyway, my hybrid box is going to consist of 4, especially if I didn't break that one, but 4 Ross rounds. These are Ross rounds. So there'll be 4 deep. These are deeps. So they have the brackets that I got from somewhere. I can't remember, but I'll put it somewhere. Maybe in the description, I'll put it where I got these ends from that put regular Ross rounds together to make a deep frame instead of just a shallow. So there'll be 4 of those in here, and there'll be 3 flow frames. Those of you who know flow frames, there'll be 3 of these flow frames. So this is like, they call it the hybrid. I don't know if they sell it anymore, at Flow, but I had one, so that's what I'm going to put on the hive out there today. So that being said, I'm gonna put this down here for a sec. Okay, that being said, I gotta light my smoker, and it shouldn't take long to get this done. I got these biomass pellets. I ordered them through Fred Dunn on his website, or his The Way to Bee. I'll put a link, not a link, but I'll put a description of Fred Dunn's Way to Bee down here where you can, I don't know if you can still order them, but I ordered them. I'm a little different. I got a small apiary, usually up to 4 hives, maybe 6 colonies anyway. So I don't need a smoker to last all day. I don't need the smoker to last more than a few hours. So, you know, don't go by what I do or whatever. If you know, do what you do. So, but I'm gonna try it. I never tried them before. I'm gonna light my smoker with it and try it for today. All right, let's do all of that and get out there and get all this stuff set up so that I can get ready to go out to the apiary. Okay, I can't remember if I said that this hybrid was 3 or 4 flow frames, but it's 4 and 4. So there's 4 flow frames in the center, and then 4 deeps of whatever you choose, 2 on each side. For me, it's going to be Ross rounds, but you could have foundationless. You can put foundation in there, regular deeps. You can put hog halves or whatever if you find a way to make those deep. Anything you want that would be deep for this box. So that's what I'm going to use, this hybrid one. That'll give the bees plenty of time to, or plenty of space to move nectar up and start storing honey if the honey flow starts while I'm gone. So okay, let's go get this on. Okay, take this on. That couldn't have gone any smoother than it actually did. Basically, all I did was put a super on. And me being extra, I put a funky super on there. So now they're just ready to leave for a month. I looked down between the medium box. The bees were on about 6 frames of that. I didn't want to disturb them at all. But I saw that below that, there were a lot of bees in there. And that's by Hive Design because of the extra deep frames that I use in the brood box. That medium will act as a honey bridge, basically. So there was no brood on the upper medium that's on there that I do want to eventually get rid of. So after this season, when I pack the bees down for winter coming up, I will remove that box, freeze the honey or anything in there, and then I'll get that box, that medium, out of my apiary, and I'll only be dealing with deeps and extra large frames. These bees, as soon as I opened it, they weren't all jumping on me or you know, like the farmhouse hive was. That's how it should have been. So again, to me, I validated the fact of having to euthanize that farmhouse hive because of that. Because I wouldn't be able to be here right now. And right now I could walk out there and the bees will be fine. I didn't disturb them as much. However, I was in there and it did blow smoke on them and everything like that. The smoker, we'll see how I didn't light it as well as I probably should have. But that's okay because I'm done. So a matter of 10 minutes of smoke, I probably could have used sugar water or something in a spray bottle. But anyway, I think when I get back, I'm going to have to talk to Guardian Bee Apparel, and I may have to get me another bee jacket and some gloves. But anyway, I talked to Terry there at Guardian Bee Apparel when I get back. Okay, so that's it. Like I said, it was an easy operation to do. I just had to get it done now because today's my last day of doing it. I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you were, since I know this is after, safe if you watch the total eclipse or the partial eclipse. I think here in Central Virginia, Richmond area, I'm Chesterfield County, but you know, people know Richmond. I think it's going to be like 86% covered or 83% covered, something like that. But you still have to wear your safety sun viewing goggles, glasses. Don't take chances. Don't take chances. That's, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go finish packing. Some of you might have eagle-eyed, might have noticed I do have another one of my wax things here, but I'm not gonna melt it down into the ingots. I'm just gonna leave it like this and melt it down later. All right, HoneyBee Festival, June 22nd, 2024, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. They increased the time 2 hours because it used to be 10 to 2. So it was so popular, we had to increase the hours, and we also had to change the location. It's not at Rockwood Park, it's at the Chesterfield County Fairgrounds. So, which is a bigger venue, a lot bigger venue. I think last year, the one day, 2 to 4, we had 3,800 people, something like that. And that park that we had it at was very, very small. So, and it was a crowd getting in there. It was hard. This is where they do the fairgrounds, the annual state fair, not the state fair, but the Chesterfield County Fair is held out there. A lot of different functions. It's a bigger place. Easier parking, getting in, getting out. A lot more food trucks, a lot more vendors. We need a lot more volunteers. The link will be down in the description if you want to volunteer. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. I'm gonna put a link to Fred's page, Fred Dunn, Frederick Dunn, which is where I got these biomass pellets from. They're supposed to burn cooler and smoke longer or something. I don't know. I bought them. I think you're helping support something when you do. That's what I did. So I'll put a link to that. And yeah, and then maybe the flow frames, because some people like them, some people don't. The thing with the flow frames, you still got to manage your bees. You still got to go into that box and make sure your bees are healthy, and you do everything you do. The only difference with the flow frames is how you draw out the honey. So, well, not the only, but one of the few differences is how you draw out the honey. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because I have not finished packing. I'm probably not even halfway, and when you're packing for a month, that's a lot of packing. So, all right, thank y'all for watching, and stay tuned. Maybe I'll get some footage from my trip. Because if I see bees, I gotta stop, right? Because that's what I do. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all later, and yeah, have fun with your bees, even while I'm gone and I can't. So, have fun for me. Bye, y'all.